Okay.
Hey, it wasn't. Oh,
It wasn't. Do it again. He's a naughty.
PC for Cortina City, and this is garage spotting. Welcome to the garage again, and with those rear springs successfully fitted, albeit it now looks nose down because the springs at the back of Project Bramble are right, they're good. So we went out on that little trip down a bumpy road, and now we get no interference with the axle hitting the floor pan, which it was doing on extreme bumps, but front end is too low, and again the same thing will happen. These front springs are just too gone. They've aged over time and they've settled to a point where the car is too low. A similar thing happened on Ruby, and the same treatment needs. Ruby's too low as well. Swampy was too low, but that was the springs that were -1s. I did actually change those too. So Swampy's ride height's pretty good. But it is time today, this Saturday afternoon, to fit the front springs on this MK3 Cortina. We're going to take you through the process, try and be as pain-free as we can. And there is an element of pain involved in one aspect at least, that it's nerve-wracking because you're dealing with the tension of the spring. You've seen this on some of my other videos, changing these, fitting these, and indeed on this build video for this car, the series called Project Bramble, you actually saw the assembly and disassembly of the clip with the old original springs. We fitted them because we didn't know if they were going to be any good. They could have been alright, but they weren't. They've eventually settled to this position, which is just a little bit too low. So we've got these BURTON springs here. I'll give you a code on them. Just hold on to get the code so that you know. Down you go to look at the springs, pretty much beefier springs. And the BURTON code is, I'm just going to read it out, it's a CS160. Now, Brian Gresh, I hope I pronounced that right, Brian, says they're not right, or they're at least the -1s. But the normal ride height for a 5. It gets a little bit tricky because the clip front subframe changed when they did the facelift and they altered the ride position, which makes choosing the springs a little bit tricky. You've got to really know what you're doing because there's a few different options and you can end up too low or too high. Well, let's try these. It's a bit of a gamble. I don't want to go too ridiculously high, but don't definitely want to go any lower. Don't want to go any lower than this. Look, we're just too close. So what happens is the front subframe will catch and you hear a horrible noise, which has happened on this. So I'll have to touch it in with some paint because I've grazed the subframe already. Only once, but enough to annoy me. It would annoy you, wouldn't it, after you restored the car? Not a lot I can do. Roll the car back now anyway and get the wheels off, get jacked up wheels off. We're going to have to drop some of the ball joints. We're going to use this spring compressor tool, I'll show you that in a sec. Right, let's get this on the stands, pushed back, jack up, onto the stands, wheels off. Indeed, as I jack this up, you can hear all the springs creaking, it just don't sound right. Listen to them. I know that's the tyres as well, but the springs do not sound right. As you jack up, they're all sort of creaking, which tells me trouble. And you can see where we hit there, look, on the subframe edge. Boom! Time for some good quality touch-up paint to get that. I hold the camera and jack the groove at the same time. We're going up, folks. We're going up. You're going to move up. You're going to move up fast. people at last in this business fly straight. You're going to move up, and you're going to move up fast. Okay, let's hope we don't pick up Alison Moyer. Yeah, ooh, nasty. Oof, ow, what a graze. Bramble took a graze. Okay, axle stands on next. Trying to keep steady for you. One hand Jack, one hand camera. One-eyed Jack. Okay, so you've got to take the shock absorber out the bottom and replace it with this tool, which I'll show you now, which is a kind of like adjustable thread bar which replaces the shock absorber and allows you to take the tension off the spring. We have to undo the lower wishbone. Trackward end has to come off, I think, so that we can drop the lower wishbone completely out. Okay, it's got to come completely out and lower down like that. I hope I've got enough height, should have there, to get that. So that's what you've got to do. You've got to split the lower section and drop it down. So trackward end has to come off and the bottom ball joint has to come off. And then the securing bolt at the back, the pivot bolt at the back on the lower arm's got to come off, and the tie bar's got to come off. There's quite a bit to do there, quite a few bolts to undo. And then you lower the whole lot down. It isn't pleasant, but it's got to be done. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is take out the top shock absorber bolt and the bottom shock absorber bolts. Let's just get the light. We're going to need new batteries and this light's gone. I've put a little bit of tension on the lower arm so that the shock absorber isn't, the lower arm's not trying to pull on the shock absorber and make this bolt too tight to remove. So you can see, because it's slightly, the shock absorber will drop out now, because it's slightly tensioned up just at the bottom, and the bottom shock absorber bolts are out, so if we wobble it, it's going to come out. I might have to just get a little bar in. I'm just at the bottom here, where I'm just underneath there. There's nothing holding the shock in now. I'm feeling it. It's just caught on the bottom two studs. I'll show you what I mean if I can get in. Camera should allow us to go in. Let's see where you are. Yeah, okay. The tripod's got magnets on it. It keeps grabbing on the jack. See those two lower bolts? They're off. So the idea is to draw the shock absorber out first, because we're going to replace the shock absorber. Hang on, let's get the camera to. We're going to, there we go. We're going to replace the shock with an adjustable rod. It's basically a shock, it looks like a shock absorber, does the same task of holding the lower and top arms together, but it's got a spring, sorry, a thread on it, and it can adjust outwards. That spring's under tension now. Now it isn't going to pop out yet because the lower arm's holding it in. There's the lower arm pivot bolt. But if we were to take that pivot bolt out now and took the bottom ball joint out, this bottom arm would fly out at massive speed and crush you. So by replacing the shock absorber with an adjustable bar, I'll show you the tool, you can slowly undo the threads of it and it'll lower this lower arm down at a progressive rate so we don't get a sudden snap. So I just need to wiggle the shock out now. I'm going to do that. I'll put you on the tripod and we'll drop that shock, and I'll go and get that tool I was telling you about. Spring replacements Mark III. Front. Okay, shock is ready to go. I just need a little bit of a pry at the bottom. That's the shock out. So it's still okay there. Nothing's changed really. Now then, coming into your screens is the tool which replaces the shock absorber. And look, you can see this threaded bar here. And we have some yellow paint on the thread so that we know when it's nearing the end, because you can unscrew this and the bar will pop out, although by that point the spring's almost completely released. But sometimes along the spring I'll have just a little bit of tension and it can still shoot out at you. So when you see the yellow thread marks, you've got to be, then you're coming to the end of the thread, because this unwinds and lets the spring slowly expand out as long as that lower arm is away. Let's say my wrist is the pivot point. You're going to remove that bolt, so my wrist now will drop because there's nothing, and that whole lower arm comes down. As we unwind this, the spring starts to push out, and then there's nothing holding it. The lower arm lets you take the spring out by unscrewing this at the bottom. So it's a telescopic thread and bolt with the same end as the shock absorber there at the top. Look how that's the same as the shock. So we're just replacing it. So I now go in and insert this into the top and put the bolt back in, the top shock absorber bolt back in. I'm just got to feed it through now, probably better to have it wound up a little bit more than this. I'm going to use an impact gun, electric one, to unwind it. Up that goes. And then we get I have to get in now, we're going to have to get the torch, then get this bolt in at the top. You don't need to put the other nut on the end really, so might be able to do it without the torch, but it's easy with the torch. Because you just got to line it up. So I'm in now, trying to line this up. It'll take a little bit to get it, will go. That's it. Right, that's in at the top. I'll take you in so you can see. Hold on, you're coming in now. Okay, there we are. At the magnet. So you see, top bolt there. So down the bottom, and then this plate now here. Now go on those two locking studs and put the nuts back on it, and we're ready to go. Okay, now I'm going to take off the lower tie rod, the tie bar bolts. Because we need this tie bar disconnected, because it won't let the lower wishbone go down, lower down. So 2 19s, a 19 spanner at the top. I might block your vision now. Blind vision, blind vision. Blind vision. Okay, lower. I've put a little bit of tension on the telescopic tool, just so that it's just gripping this a little bit. And this now is the tie bar securing bolts done. I'll just get a 19 on this side. This needs a little bit more. Bear with me on this, a little bit more on that. Hell yeah! Okay. You're upside down and the right way up. Washer, bolt, 2 bolts. Leave that other one in. Right, now we're going to split the ball joint, and then the last job is the pivot point. Okay, let's bring you back up, see if the camera can stay on. Oh, the thing just grabbed another metal piece there. Where are you? Where the hell are you? Hold on, let's flip you. Okay, right way round. So then you can see the telescopic tube or bar in there, held in underneath and then tensioned on this. So the screw threads are locked in. There's the lower wishbone arm. That's the tie bar there. We just undone the 2 nuts off that. Then you've got the ball joint light coming up so you can see the ball joint. Top ball joint, and then the bottom ball joint's just there. Then, if you join the Mark III Owners Club, you get access, hold on, steady the light, you get access to this tool. There we are. That's a ball joint splitter, Cortina City, issue 6. That is another thread that expands and splits the ball joints apart. You can use a ball joint splitter, but this fits in to the nuts and opens up. So what we do, we take that top ball joint bolt off and then place this in, then you wind it and it'll push the ball joint out at the bottom. Then all we've got to do is one more bolt holding the, like I said, on the lower end, the pivot point of it. Take that out. It will sort of jump down as you knock that out, and then it's a question of unwinding this bolt and then you're ready. That's the scary bit. So it's not that bad, but it's got to follow the right procedure. You may have a slightly different way of doing it than me. This is the way I can remember. If I recall, there's a certain way you can do it where it's not hard work refitting the tie bar. And I'm trying to remember what that was. I don't think you lower it down with a tie bar connected. This is the thing I'm trying to remember now. You're testing me here. If we were to keep the tie bar connected, it could be prudent just to leave the bolts loose on the tie bar in case anything went wrong, and at least if something broke, the thread snapped on our tool, which I doubt it will, at least it would be stuck on this tie bar a little bit. So I might just wind at least one bolt back on, look very loose. It'd be enough to save us if anything failed. So I'll just leave that loose on there, bottom tie bar, just up there, okay, just in case. So everything's there. So we're going to split the ball joints. I'll get you in on the tripod again, get the torch in, and we'll insert this device, take the ball joint bolt off first, then pop this in, and that should split it. Then it's just that pivot at the back. Here we go. Okay, there's the ball joint splitter installed. 2 22mm spanners, and we wind this out. I'm going to try and get you in just so that you can see. Alright, but it's a bit tricky under here, under the wheel arch, so trying to find a place for the camera to grab to without damaging it, because this camera is not really suited for heavy mechanical work. It's more of a film making camera, so I'm going to have to be really careful. We're going to wind those apart, and it's going to push that lower ball joint down out of that housing. You can see. Pan your back so you get a wider view, see what's actually going on. Okay. Well, the ball joint split all right. It's actually popped back into its position, but it's not locked in. Ball joint did it. Actually, almost did it by hand. That's because the ball joints haven't seized or anything, because it's still relatively new. So the last thing to do is this bolt here at the back. Can you see that? Just underneath the gaiter. It's already on its way out. We're going to have to just tap that out. That's the last bolt. That's the pivot point bolt. See how the arm is there now in your screen. So that shouldn't be under too much tension, because the shock absorber tool that we've put in is holding the everything together. So once that bottom bolt's out, we can start unwinding the screw thread in the middle of that tool, and then this lower arm will start to lower down and the spring will start to release its tension slowly, and then you can withdraw the spring. Then it's a reverse of that procedure, and the same on the other side. So the nerve-wracking things when you unwind it, I suppose. I put the impact gun underneath here, and I'll slowly unwind that, and we'll see the whole lot go. I'll put you on the tripod for that operation so you can watch me sweat. So just a screwdriver, dead end screwdriver, sacrificial screwdriver, to knock this bolt carefully out at the back. It probably will drop down a little bit as it sort of adjusts itself. So if the torch here is the pivot point, pivot in where I'm gripping my finger and forefinger there. If I knock that bolt out, it'll sort of try and drop down a little bit. Then the shock absorber bolt will take over, the shock absorber tool will take over, the spring compression tool, I should say, will take over. Let's see that happen. Okay, we're all set up. That bolt came out quite easy. This one came out nice. Just pulled it out actually. So that's not really under any big pressure. So that's the correct procedure, I think, so far. Let's get this gun. And now it should unwind down. This is the scary bit. So I must admit, I didn't really screw that in a long way earlier on, so I'm surprised that we didn't have to screw it in more than what we did. To be fair, there ain't much thread gone into that, so I'm trying to think. Really, everything's right. Oh no, we did screw it in quite far. What am I talking about? Here we go. I'm cracking up. Right. We got reversed. Ear defenders on for this. Right, you ready to watch me struggle? Here we go. Time to undo the tie bar now. Tie bar's took up the tension. Tie bar wants to release itself, so I'm going to have to let the tie bar go. What I'll do, I'll keep my hands out of the way in case it fails. Tie bar is now in the way. It'll ping up this now, watch, a little bit. Yeah, there we go, told it to ping up. Right, so we're on our way, we're on the slow road out. Okay, so far. Now let's have a look at the pivot point and make sure it's got room to move. We're going to have to help that now. Because that now, this end, let's make sure you can see. This end is going to want to needs a little bit of help with a pry bar now. Because it's trying to basically still hold on this point, still gripped on that point. I'd expect this to start coming down a bit further than what it has, making sure that the axle stand itself is not going to obstruct this. Shouldn't do. Axle stand's just about clear. This really should be heading down a bit more, and it isn't. In other words, it's locked, it's pinched here. So we might wind back up and just give that a little bit of a helping hand. We might need a lever bar in there to help that pop out. Okay, I'm going to wind in a few turns. Just so I know I'm in, and I'm just going to see why we need a lever bar on that. I'll stay with me. Just get a crowbar on it, and just make sure that it is ready to go on its journey. Doesn't seem locked in. Doesn't seem locked in. Let's see. These springs are always longer than you think. Definitely should have gone by now, that. Definitely. Hold on, there's a phone call coming in, let me get it. Okay, a little bit more unwinding, and then we were a little bit low on the jack. We've gone up a little bit on the jack, and then just got the lever bar in and popped it out. It did pop out there. So that arm is pretty much free. It's nearly at the end, and the spring's nearly extended. So I just keep winding on the jack tool there, the impact driver, the electric one. Keep going, and then this is almost ready. We look out for the yellow markings on the spring on the threads of the tool, spring compressor tool threads. We're marked at yellow. Make sure we're not going to suddenly just shoot out there. because sometimes springs are a bit longer. That tool probably could have done with another 10mm on that thread really to cover those situations, but we're almost out now, so I'll update you in a sec when we're out all the way. Let's keep you on. The last one, last push now. A little bit more height needed. Surprising how much height you need actually. Right on the yellow, and it's still under tension. So we're about to run out of springiness now. So low on height with this tool. Car's not really high enough up to get it. You'd think that I'd gone by now. Not much in it because I can see the spring rotating at the top. I don't know if you can see that, but just off your screen. Hang on, I can bring it the other way. Here, it's actually spinning, so it can't be under that much tension. That's it. Right on its limit. Right on its limit. There we go. Sorry about that jumpiness then. Right on its limit. So all we've got to do is get the other spring. All we've got to do is get the other spring and a reverse operation. Leave that in. Where are we? Very small screen on this camera. Leave that in and a reverse the operation. Let's go and get the springs over there. Look, there they are ready. Go get them. Okay, reverse procedure, we're going in. Just got to drag this in there. Make sure it wants to go home. It goes. That's the key, is getting that bit in. Like that, see? Just when you're about halfway. And now we want to look at the alignment for this bolt, and it's almost there. Once you get that bolt in, you basically cracked it really. Let's have a look where we can get you and me in the same position. Right, what I'm looking for is the alignment of that. So let's just get our soft face. And see where we are. We're too far forward. Might be better from the other side. I've just got to get this right. I can do it with this bar. We need to be around that area, so we need a little bit more tension. We want to go up a bit more.
making sure the tool's still in, you're pretty safe. Right, we're nearly lined up. Pull back, have a little see. A little bit more and it'll be in. Oh, it's too high. We need to go up a bit. That's the only thing I didn't count on. The actual height. Only just on my jack. You actually need a lot more room. Just about get it out. Okay, top bolt out. This tool. That's it. I just need to put the shock absorber back in. Reverse procedure, as I said. So everything's back together. Tie bar back on. Ball joint lower back on. Pivot bolt went in nice and easy at the back. So as long as you remember that way, that's about the most crucial bit, guiding that back in. Just take your time guiding that back in. It's quite warm in here. Shock absorber on and we're done this side. Just for your info as well to help you, when you put the shock back on, certainly with spacks anyway, you've got to put tension on the wishbone and just squash the spring in a little bit because the shock's not quite long enough when the spring fully, with the upper and lowers fully open. The shock absorber won't be long enough to reach to the top here. So what we have to do is just put the jack underneath the wishbone and squash it up a bit. It starts to lift the car at that point and just about gives you enough compression on the spring to line up the bolt at the top. And I always grease these because they have a tendency to seize, so I'm just knocking that through and then that's it. That's the shock absorber bolt for the top in. Everything else is on. We just put that nut and washer back on at the top. This side's then done. So that was it. Not that bad. A couple of hours and we were done. I'm not going to film the other side. No need to film the other side, so we'll just see how it sits. Now, this was an inch shorter, this spring, so I'm worried that I'm going to be too low even with these springs, although compared to the supposedly alleged Rally Design blue springs that I had earlier, they're an inch higher than those, so either those Rally Design blue springs that I had, they weren't fitted on this by the way, they were going to get fitted, either they were -2s, or these are correct, but initially it's looking like it's going to be too low. And obviously I didn't know the difference until I took this spring off compared to the ones I've just fitted. That's an inch higher, that spring, but we don't know what condition it is in, and this was completely down, so this spring was knackered, so you just really don't know till you fit them. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We could have been sat at -2. Now if we sit at -1 we might be where we want to be. We just don't know till you fit them. That's the problem with a spring setup, especially when you look what you've got on at the back. I mean, I'm about the right height at the back, but it looks too low at the front. Whereas when it was down at the front and I was down at the back, the car ride height looked okay because it was all in proportion. But as soon as you start changing them, you've got to do them in pairs. Consequently, they've got to match. Now, these ones may not work, and we have to go the next size up if there is one. It's very confusing. The reason that it's confusing, right, with these springs is because there's Mark 3, 4 and 5 and they're all different. Then you've got pre-facelift and facelift. And you might think, well, it's the same subframe. It kind of is, but they changed the position on here of the bush. They made it a larger diameter, which can affect the way that the clip goes in and out of the car. Now, it won't affect the relative distances here, but if that cradle, that front suspension subframe sits further up into the car or further down into the car, regardless of the springs, that's going to affect the ride out as well. And they do. The clips on the later cars, larger bushes, even though they compensate for it by moving these, it's still all different. So I've never quite got my head around it all. And all I can say is that them blue Rally Design ones that I got, they were definitely going to be sitting too low. These ones, we're going to have to see, but I have to go back to the BURTON site to see how they listed them. I'm sure it said Taunus Mark 3 standard height. I'm sure it did. It didn't say Mark 3 Cortina, it said Taunus TC. So the Mark 3 ones were out of stock, standard heights. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to do the other side now, lower it down. That's the only way to find out. Okay, this side also done. And I'm going to show you that tool now that we used, in case you want to make one at home if you've got a Mark III. Here we have it. So you got a bar there, which I used, that threaded bar, that long threaded bolt there with a hex end on it, the nut end. That was off a spring compressor that took to bits. The coilover spring compressor type things, the claw ones. And part of it's there. So that bottom exposed section there, that's part of an old spring clamp. That's a bit of box section tube. That's a sleeve at the top for the to simulate the top of a shock absorber. I used, I think, just a little bit of tube. In fact, it might be an old shock top cut off, then welded onto the top of the hex bar, the square bar. And then a wafer sort of double thickness bracket at the bottom that goes on the two securing bolts that normally hold the bottom of the shock. Then a sort of sacrificial washer you have to use, plenty of grease. I copper slip it up so it doesn't get hot, because it can get hot, especially if you're turning it quick. That washer there eventually grinds down. I suppose in the end this nut face will also grind down, so this could do with a nice roller bearing type setup. Something that you'd get, say, on the bottom of a shopping trolley wheel, like a swivel bearing if you will. That's what that could need, but I don't use it often enough where that to make that mod. So that's, you can make one of them. It's the same length as a shock virtually, and then you need high tensile threaded bar. You can't use just normal threaded bar, that's got to be special threaded bar. So that's why I chopped up an old spring compressor tool and used that. Okay, so that was the tool. Always oil or grease it when you use it. Makes your life a lot easier. Now we're on. Keen eyes will have spotted I didn't have my hubcap wheel bearing caps on, so I've repacked and greased the bearings and put the caps on. They were missing. Good job we did this. They've been missing since day one, so probably if you scroll back in the films you'll see they were never on there. Anyway, we're ready to put both wheels on. We're going to lower it down, and then it's either going to be too low, just right, or too high. Let's see. Well, here goes. Axle stands out. Please be right. Better keep coming down. You don't want that much room. Houston, no, I think we've got a bit more to go yet. Blimey heck, that's going to have to settle. That's cavernous. That's cavernous. Whoa! That is let's hope that settles. That's cavernous. Compared to what it was anyway. It might look right. Whoops, I'm going to push all these drawers closed. I've got to clean up and put all the tools away now. And, well, at least we're not too low. We can only go down and settle a bit more. But in the moment, you can fit a double-decker bus under there. But I think that's going to settle. We might be okay. Pick the camera up, you're coming up, and take off. So you can see your double-decker's going to go and park really nicely under there. You can get a double-decker bus through there. It's probably going to be okay, to be fair. I think it's better than it looking like it's collapsed. You can't really tell till you get it out on the road. I think we're alright. To be fair, it's going to settle a little bit, and that'll take us probably just right. So, better than it looking like it's collapsed. So we're going to go with that. We're going to test drive it now and let them bed in. I bet if I push on the front, it'll probably already collapse up. I'm not going to do it till I get my hands clean. So that was it. 2 laps of springs on Bramble just to get it so it's not nose down. I think it probably looks better even now than it did nose down, even though it's a little bit high at the front. So I think, to be fair, it's going to grow on me, that. Looks a bit more as it came out the factory. You know I like the cars lower down. I like Ruby's probably too low. I think Ruby springs have gone the same way as these have. There they are. you can see, if you compare to these Rally Design ones, okay, here's the Rally Design ones in this box. Now these haven't got stickers on, so we don't know what these are. Let's just recenter the camera, hold on. Recentering the camera. Yeah, you've got this little button on the camera you've got to hit. Now you're talking. So, look at the difference between them. There's 2 inches difference there, look. They would have been too low. My ones were halfway in between, the ones that just gone on. Even though these are higher, they're so weak that they just collapse down to nothing. So the ones that we got, and I'll remind you again of the code. Camera's so much easier now, I've learned how to recenter it. They're CS160s from BURTON's. So BURTON's front coil spring, CS160, £275. £275 in weight, £64 a pair. 64 English GBP, I can go backwards. £64 plus VAT for the pair. And they're rated at £275. Then they're listed as Cortina Mark IV front coil spring. That's what they're on my invoice as. I'm sure also it says Taurus Mark III. Anyway, we shall now see. It does look like the nose is pointing up, but I expect that to settle. If it doesn't, then we got to go lower, but then the next one down is classed as -1. So it's a difficult one. I think we'll be alright with these. Let's run it and see what happens. And I'm going to edit this video up for you now. So that's it. The camera will now switch to on the road. And after a few hundred miles, I'll bring the camera outside and we'll see indeed if anything's settled. Bit of braking, a few bumps, and just let them bed in. Let's see what happens. I'll catch you in a bit. This part of the video is now done. Hope I've explained everything. Don't forget, let's have a roundup of the tools. We did use that crowbar just to guide that wishbone lower back bolt in. A brace was used, a wheel brace was used, 22mm spanner, the ball joint splitter. You can use the fork type one, that's the Cortina Mark III Club one. Very nice piece of kit, Mark and Jane, thanks a lot. 13 socket, 17 and 19s, a torch, a pry bar screwdriver, and then a sacrificial screwdriver to knock the bolts through if you needed to. Axle stands and a jack. Soft face hammer, some copper grease, there's the sacrificial. Soft face hammer, copper grease to help with the threads and bolts going back in, and the threads on the spring compression tool that we built. So not many tools needed for this. Make sure your axle stands go in a good secure place. Remember that you have to jack up to fit back shock absorbers and compress the spring a bit. You might not have to do that on normal shocks, but on the Spacs they just don't quite reach at the top for the bolt to go in the top of the shock, and you've got to push up on your wishbone, then knock the bolt through. Anyway, that's the roundup. That was the spring fronts. I saw the video of the spring backs. Let's go out on the road. There's a big gap there and needs to be closing up. Okay, let's test them springs out, folks. No problem, springs on at the front, and there's the bumpiest roads in existence. Hold on. Okay, let's get them springs tested. Let's go on the bumpiest roads in existence. Boom! Whoa! Whoa! I'm taking off! Let's bed them in, let's crunch them in. I like the ride. I don't know about you, but I like the ride. You actually don't scrape anything anymore. I sort of like the nose sticking up. I got no choice. It's never going to handle like Ruby does. But it's more of a, like I said, it's a motorway cruiser. And we can set the Spacs a little bit stiffer if we want. No, they're fine. Let's get across the railway crossing. That kickdown's getting a little bit better now, and the engine's freeing up a bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. We're not rolling excessively. We'll give it a little test on the way back as well. For now, initial tests, yeah. Results, bouncy. Take off over there, just to quite scary, really. Wow, look at that. Imagine driving a MK3 Cortina just off the top and then seeing if it'll just stay stuck to the concrete on the way down. Wow, that's exciting. Come on, let's get in Bramble and go exploring. Another road trip then. Come on in. Little classic car there, what we got? Little bug eye, pop-up IMG, is it? I don't know. I don't know me cars. I don't know what that is. Someone's got a spot.
Roadster. Is it an MG Roadster?
Right, gotta watch for cars coming this way now. This is blind. Should bed the springs in. Let's see if these lock-up garages have got any Cortinas in them. Looking good for Cortina spotting. This is Cortina City, and this is garage spotting. One empty garage, nothing there. Wave to them.
Thank you. Oh, fucking hell. I waved.
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
This sat nav in the dark is too much. PC Cortina's it on a Yorkshire, somewhere in Yorkshire road trip, but we've just done a little turnaround. You know why? Old school petrol pump, old school petrol station. Let's go downtown and check it out. I don't think that Mini was there just before. Oh no, look, there's bloody cones. Ooh, there's the pump. Ooh, well sectioned off. I don't think that Mini was there before.
Was it
Look at
that?
that
Do
great
you want to
little-
take that out your window and you can have a...
What a great little, you know, keep you rolling. What a great little petrol stick, cosy little pet Michelin sign and everything. Oh, it's dead exciting. There's a Michelin sign and everything. I'm gonna go film the cosy little. Even the pumps are actually reasonably old. Let's go film that pump. I'll keep you rolling while we film the pump. They're L learners behind us, love, I think. So it's in park and handbrakes on. Is that a Ford Escort? No, it's a Volkswagen Polo. Hold on a sec while we do this. We'll keep it running because there's a nice pump for us to look at. Look. Oh, look at this cosy little setup. Look, that car goes away, ruining my... Wow! Look! Yeah! Old school. Isn't this nice? Marigolds there, even in the winter, and there's your pump. Not a beauty. A Gill. Oh, I know this name. Begins with a G, everybody. Look at that, you have to chain it to the wall. We don't want anyone stealing that. Nope, it's just chained all the way around it. Beautiful piece. I do like a bit of petrol pump spotting on Cortina City. I really do. Isn't that nice? All the nines. Beautiful piece. Lovely little, quaint little garage. It's got everything. Right, let's get back on the road. That garage has got everything. They've got everything. Yeah, it's brilliant. That's nice. Oh, some old aircraft hangers down there. Well, they're not going to be for aircraft, but there are hangers down there. Old school hangers. One of them's open. I wonder if there's been a robbery. Look at this house on its own here. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Quaint, isn't it?
Wow. That's part like a railway type. I think there's a railway here. That looks like a railway building.
Does it really? Yeah.
Need to, yeah.
Maybe it was.
That silver birch is a bloody tall tree. That, look at this. Whoa. The land that time forgot now. The triangle. Traditional cast ales. Any old cars. That house is all boarded.
There was a load of them boarded up.
Abandoned there.
Wow.
Oh, and there's an old caravan there. One for Andy, one for Andy. This is a quaint little. What's that on the left? Looks like an old shop front. Nope, there's nothing there.
Nothing there for you.
Oh, there was a real scenic road down there. Then it was a land that time forgot. Let's go and have a look at the land that time forgot. Steep gradient and sharp bends ahead,
Ooh.
folks. Uh-oh. Whoa, you're not kidding. Oh, the land that time forgot is the other way. Oh, is that house narrow or is that house
Yeah,
narrow?
that is narrow,
Wow, how
isn't it?
crazy. It's a triangle house. Oh no, private nursery, that's the triangle.
Triangle house.
Wow, what a house. Can you see that? Is the camera picking it up?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, we lose our back end. Oh, are they coming down here?
Oh, I'm forced.
Oh, dearie me. Oh. Who'd have thought all this was here?
Oh, he's had a bash.
Oh.
Wow, this is. Oh, this ain't good
Bloody
for
hell.
parking, is it?
No. How the hell would you park in here?
Oops, my hat fell off. Some lockups there. Cortina's hiding in the lockups. So get a petrol pump. The other thing is we're losing daylight, aren't we?
We are losing daylight, yeah.
Rapidly. Wow, look at this. This is narrow.
Wow.
Is it a dead end? Oh,
Oh,
no.
shit.
Oh no.
Yep, it's a dead end.
That's not good. Gotta get across that bridge, haven't we? The B6114, I think it was.
It was.
narrower going back than the way I just come.
Doesn't it? I think it's because it's slightly downhill. Unless that's me talking utter rubbish.
Well, no, probably is. It just looks narrow this way.
Oh.
See what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Optical illusions for you. Lots of them. Just got to watch that no one's about to open the door.
I know.
I'll put the high beam on. Just in case anyone's about to get out. Someone on YouTube now going, you should go a bit slower. A little bit slower. Alright. I don't drive recklessly. Now then, we want to come down, then to the right. Say what, where is everybody going? There isn't any.
Well, I think they'll let it flashing you out.
Steep hill.
I don't know.
The triangle house was cool.
It was cool, that one, it?
Another car coming down there.
Must be a right busy way through.
I don't know. Let's see the land that time forgot.
You're all okay my way and your way.
The land that time forgot's just down here on the left. Let's see.
Oh, down here.
The shop that time forgot.
A showroom of some description. Like barbecues.
Now, if there was a railway, we'd cross it at some point here, because it would lay in the valley, the track. I don't see any evidence of a track bed.
Wow.
You're out the way there, aren't you, at number 5?
Yeah.
River Mill Cottage, so there must be a river in the middle of it.
Look at that house there.
Ooh, nice. Old Merc coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, our first classic car spotted. Here we go. The Herons, private road. Look, a Merc. Been there a while. Let's check the Merc out. Oh no, it's probably. I think it's probably on the road actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's mud on the tyres. It's on the road now. Look at that. Yeah, parking ticket and stuff there. Taylor's
Yeah.
ticket. No, that's still a current runner. One for the nut. Is it 230? Can't see from here.
230E.
Oh, like a well built. Todd Morden, see? Look.
Oh, right.
We're not as far out as we think we are.
No. We probably did come through here then with Lee.
Just looks familiar. Why is he IVing me? Oh God, what is wrong with them lights? Look at the state of that. How do you get some light? Get your lights fixed. Gate, I'll smash them lights. No, I don't know. I didn't recognise it. It's close.
I think a lot of them look very similar, don't they?
Right, is this that 11B?
That's an A road. B16112. We wanted the 114, didn't we?
That's a tower. None of this is right. That's a big tower or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know, but I'm wobbling all over the place.
Oh, no, it's not, is it?
I know I am. I'm trying to keep still, but.
Oh, that's unusual. Look at this puppy on your left hand side. Wind your window down for that. That's lovely. Oh shit, there's a car coming.
Yeah, very nice.
Sheesh. Oh. Whoa. That's steep. Oh, help! Help!
Jesus.
cobbled, you'd never grip otherwise.
No.
This is like going back in time, this. These people, I don't think...
Delf Mill Road. Oh, jeez. Wow.
Nice, like
It's
that,
lovely.
yeah, right. Just trying to work out how you get to that tower.
I don't know.
All I'm trying to do is find that road across the M62 and I end up here. You could film round here, couldn't you? Look, it's even got the cobbled.
That's we're at the main road at the top.
Ooh. You could certainly film round here. This is unchanged, especially with the cobbled street there. Well, there's even more old buildings. It's incredible round here. We've got to find the B6114. It must exist somewhere. What that tower was, I don't know. We can't even seem to be able to see it now. It's gone.
It's there.
Ah, right. Lovely building.
It's the way it's all lit up.
Here's some roads.
I'm going to turn off.
Black stripes on. Smack.
Look at the front wheel.
Is it a mini?
It's a Picasso
Ooh.
or something. 69 plate. Somebody's robbed that, haven't they? And
I don't know, looks like it's hit one of these walls. Probably like
even look at all the thingies come off as well, all its sill and everything. Bit of a mess, in it? Whoever was in,
Airbag's gone
yeah, airbag's gone off. Look at the front bonnet. Blimey,
It's a
John.
side swipe of
Look
some
at
kind
the
of
state of
thing.
the wheel.
I think he's hit the wall. I think he's hit one of these walls here coming down.
There's no wall showing, is there any?
No, I bet he's hit one of these walls. Oh, there's another garage. You know, we're on a garage tip. Let's go around looking in people's garages and no lights at all. We're garage crazy. We've fallen to new lows to try and find Cortinas. We've hit new lows. He's now going looking at people's garages when people still living there.
We'll be getting us ourselves arrested.
The YouTube police will be on it. What gives you the right to look in people's garages? Nothing gives me the right at all. In fact, I'm turning right now. Okay, I saw these. Okay.
You okay my way?
LED street lit.
Oh yeah.
That'll pick up good on the camera. They always do LED.
Yeah.
Look at that row of LEDs.
Mm. It's very bright.
Whoa, what's that on the right? Loads of houses.
Wow.
Whoa, and there's that tower again. Have a look on my side. I'll lean back. It should be on follow, so it should follow you.
Yeah.
Is it an industrial estate? Is it?
What it is? They look like houses.
No, I think they're like offices and stuff there.
Quite posh.
Is it on follow mode? Because you can switch it if you want.
I don't know if it's on follow mode. Yeah. It's very well lit.
Yeah, that's them LEDs always come out clear.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff sold there. Sowerby Bridge, we're back at Sowerby Bridge.
Ah, right. So it'll take. I bet it takes us back down that road.
Coming off to the left in a minute, dear.
What?
Is this a road or not?
That stuff was down here, isn't it? Flipping heck.
And now down here. What the?
All this in search of a bridge.
No, got a bridge.
It's not this
ain't
bridge.
one. What the?
What the heck? How can
I can't go down there.
it's telling you to go down there?
Yeah.
Where the hell is it taking us?
Is the camera pointing straight ahead?
I don't think it was supposed to be going down
This ain't
here.
a road. Well, that's what it says. Look, I'm not making it up. Look. What's
Taking
that?
you down a bloody canal. Canal Road. That
Hang
can't
on
be
a second.
right.
It's not this bit. It's this bit. I think it's this bit.
You can't get
See
through
the
there.
width? Wow, I don't want no one else going. I think it will go.
Do you?
Another one of them optical illusions. Yeah, it'll go through that.
Oh.
It's just, you know, a very odd, strange road. I hope we caught that on camera. The weirdest detouring. Yeah, you get through there.
Blimey.
It's a real grazer, that one. It's a Rostyle grazer, that one. It's a Ford Rostyle grazer. That's hold on. I'll grab it slow. That's it. It's a Rostyle grazer. Look at this, folks. Whoa, there's a weir there. Yeah, big time. And we're in another weird place. How you looking on your side? Oh no, another crazy road, I think. Here. Where? Yeah. Oh no. Unsuitable vape GVs. Let's try it. Welcome to Spooksville. The spookiest farm in Spookyville. What is that? Where's your torch? This is exciting. It's an abandoned farm. Could be a Cortina in there. Wow, that is bright. Top. Welcome to Spooksville. Can't tell, they old oil drums. No, it's a horse and trap. Oh, it's stables. A horse's trap thing. You know what I mean? It's Spooksville, isn't it? Oh no, there's a car behind us. Okay, scrolling across to you. Sparkhouse Lane will be sparked out. More craziness.
Bloody hell.
Help! Oh, hey, look at that view over there.
It's amazing, isn't it? I'll do that out your window.
Got tower blocks. Wait, is this guy? Oh no, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Tailgating me all the way down there. Whoa.
Look where you can just see the odd orange light. The odd
Yeah, I told you they'd all change. There's that tower, you can see it from miles. Yeah, one day the sodium will be completely gone. Everything's LED. This is Spooksville after Spooksville. Is that someone's house in an old church? That says Chapel, Bethel Chapel, 1865.
races. Oh, old garage.
Yeah, that's not abandoned enough.
No.
Looks like the road's getting even weirder.
Jesus.
Look at them houses, they're like them triangle houses again, look.
Yeah.
Aren't they narrow? But that's a cosy little room. Aren't they narrow?
Weird, aren't they?
Poke the camera into someone's room and say hello. You're on the outside. I think seeing someone's living room there. They might be watching.
Oh, what have they got there? My little things dangling.
It's like the Wicker Man. It's like little
Gingerbread people and stuff.
Is it?
Well, they're not gingerbread, but they look like it.
Where is it? I can't bloody see. Oh, we're there. Do not operate what? What is that? Like a big dream catcher or something. Transit camper van. Or is it fit the cattle? Yeah. Ah, it's not abandoned anyway. It's getting cold.
It's getting cold, isn't it?
I pressed the red button, I've not switched it off. Got 35 minutes of footage left. Amazing what you find nestled away. Mrs. P spotted it, I didn't. It's all overlooking the hillside in pretty good condition. That's a runner, that one. That's a nice one. That's someone's pride and joy. That's a nice little car.
Are we hanging on or are we stopping?
We'll stop.
Okay.
Hey, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Do it again. He's a naughty.
PC from Cortina City, and this is garage spotting. Starting
used to the LEDs.
Say it was a main road, it's main-ish, anything main compared to them ones.
Yeah.
What's this building on the
The
right?
Moorcock Inn.
No, on that one there.
Oh,
What's this? What the hell's that?
doesn't show up very
Is it an
well.
old post office building or something? Not a
No,
bus
but you
stop,
can't
is
see
it?
it. Probably a bus stop, I don't know.
Whoops, messed it up. What is it? Don't know what that was. That pub's gone.
Finish that.
Ooh, that sounds spooky, that tree. No, the cables are hitting the branches.
Are they?
Yeah. There's always a pig in the car.
Gone.
Is it you about that? Spooky, that mall. Is it more cock? Oh yeah, more cock. Stuart told us what it was. It's falling anyway. It's a tiny building. How can it? Yeah.
That's just close then.
That's a runner, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a runner, that one. Now it's showing a crazy left turn now. Wow, we're out, we're exposed now. Whoa, could this be the run up to the bridge? Because you'll see like the M62 lights. I think I can see the 62. I think this is the run up.
Do you?
Yeah. There's nothing out here. Whoa.
Full park homes though.
Ew. Some mud in the road. There's all what? Oh, park homes.
Park homes.
They get blasted off the hillside up here.
Quite over there, aren't they?
No, it's not the road I thought it was. Oh well. We'll get there in the end. Seems some kind of lights ahead of us.
Yeah.
It's showing this. It's showing go down here.
Go down here.
Yeah.
Is that not taking them to the motorway?
What the fuck?
You can't go down there.
That's what it says. Look, point it so people at home know.
Right.
Do I think we're going to drop off a cliff?
We are going to drop off a cliff, I think.
What is this?
I don't know, but I don't think we want to go down there. We need to go over
Well,
the
that's what it says. I'm going. If it says it goes.
Well, it's showing left. It's
Whoa!
telling you.
Oh!
Don't. It's telling you to go right now, and it's a dead end at the bottom.
What is that?
Don't know. But the
Not
bridge
right,
is that
it?
way.
Yeah,
No.
no. Bloody hell! It's rocking the car.
I know. It's really bleak out here.
We'll turn this off because it interferes with the night viewing. We've got the right road. Bloody hell, that's bright. Oh, the window down. It's whoa!
And it's raining in here. You get the camera.
No, not just yet. Well, I can't see where I am. I'll have to do a free bit.
Jesus.
Wow, I don't think I'll be doing the what's the name, the panoramic. Rather than getting out of the car.
Get blown off, and then it'd be another
Be over the
casualty.
edge.
They're supposed to have built like climb barriers. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It were right windy
Time
there.
for a hot wash, I think.
Hot for us or the car? Oh.
Both. Running out of water in the washer jets.
For that old place.
Ooh, spooky.
I don't like to live up here. You blow your socks off.
What are those traffic lights? Oh yeah, it says side winds.
Yeah, they're not wrong, are they? Equestrians dismount. Yeah, blown off your horse.
Oh, here's the bridge. Oh, this must be the works that they're doing, these
Excuse me.
the modifications to it. Kirklees Bridge, is that what it's called? No, is that Kirk? No, welcome to Kirklees.
See them climb things there they're putting on. Because people just jump over.
No, there won't be any. I can't get any. It's not as remote as what I thought. The road. It's a bit, it's more a higher traffic road.
Yeah.
What you'll just have to do is you'll have to wind your window down, prepare your window when you're ready, and then pan across.
Where the
Just to complete side-on shot, I would say. You just keep it side-on the entire trip. Take it out to launch. So it's the road over the M62 for anyone who's interested.
called Scamenden Bridge.
We're green to go. Now you want me to see a thing because I put these blue barriers.
Yeah, that's it. Jumping on. Oh, we're not idiots. Desperate.
No, I don't need idiots to jump in. What's something to film?
Well, we've done it. There's a toilet, a portaloo. Just finish there.
Saddle with more, everybody. I'm not high beaming. Is this car stationary?
I think so now.
I wonder if that's why they're flashing. Is something wrong? Grab this in case it's the police. They flashed for a reason. No, it's not. Mind you, we're not doing anything wrong. had a real workout. Look at this exposed range, driving in, testing those auto wipers, everybody. And that driving sideways, testing the door seals, and they're all good. These doors really seal well. A lot better than all my other cars. So this car wins virtually across the board. Apart from power on Ruby, it beats Ruby. They've stopped there for a reason. What are they
It's a
up
parking
to?
space, I don't know.
Wow, you should see the silhouette of this mountain. It looks like Close Encounters. Oh, the open road ahead of us now. Look for a real treat, folks, as we go racing across here. Look at this. We're in for a real treat. Oh, yeah!
Sound like Churchill.
Now you're talking to me, baby. Whoa! Woohoo! Wow, look at the colours, aren't they nice?
Yeah. Fancy living there. Spooky, spooky.
Rain as well, it's like big droplets. Wow, it's really howling at us now, the wind, but it's so well sealed, the cabin. There's no drafts or anything, is there, love?
There's not, no. It's nice, nice and
That
warm.
warm, I've got to open my fresh air vent.
Oh, we've got
Won't be long
company.
before we get some clown tailgating us now.
Got someone coming to meet us in a minute.
I keep thinking it's going to lock up. Plenty of torque there. It's not quite got the edge over Ruby's engine. They're both the same engine too. Doesn't have the same induction noise, does it?
I don't know what it means. The way it changes gear.
When the air intake, the induction, that roar sound, the roaring noise.
No.
Well, it's exactly the same engine. Is that a Cosworth? No.
A taxi. It's
Told you to
dodgy.
saddle with more. Is that alright? Nice and stable?
I'm stable as I can get it, yeah.
We are exposed. I'm sure that this is the Woodhead Pass.
I think.
Yeah, ice signs. This gets shut in bad weather.
Does it really?
It snows up, yeah. Don't forget, this is the, these are the moors. I'm sure that at some point on the left, you see that Woodhead railway line. It's quite a wild road, this.
Yeah, I know. It'd be good if it was daylight, wouldn't it?
Well, it's got a different angle at night. This is what a classic car should be used.
Ooh, sorry.
Whoa! Whoa! Did we nearly bunny hop there?
Yeah.
That's all the springs. It's got different springs on the front now. I'm hoping you just settle down just another half inch. Do it.
Pennine Bridleway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back the cobbles.
That's really dry.
Oh, look at that rain.
The wipers are doing the job. We're out of the worst of it.
Yeah.
What a trip.
Yeah. Certainly was.
Rain's not giving up yet though. Clown behind. It's always a clown. Stupid bright lights. Let it go.
So where's this heading towards?
Manchester. Slippy roads.
Yeah.
Give the occasional pan round the cabin if you want. Oh, it's probably mostly dark other than the dashboard.
Look at you. Hello.
Neon, neon, neon.
Look at all these sodium lights.
Yeah, I know it's like sodium spot.
Not much going out my way.
No, it's all on the road. grim, isn't it?
It is grim, it's horrible.
Right, we'll resume later on.
Okay.
Mother Hubbard's famous fish and chips. They better be famous, better taste good. It is grim, the rain. It's just what's it like, love?
It's absolutely minging.
No.
Oh, the food. Well, it smells good and it looks nice.
Yeah, chips look good. Let's see, yeah, they look alright. Yeah, they're good. They're
The
nice.
haddock's on your knee.
What
What's your food?
yes, well presented. That looks okay. Not too thick batter.
And chips are nice.
And chips are better than Ramsden's last week,
Yeah.
you know.
Where do you want your mushy
I forgot
peas?
to order the salt and vinegar.
I did salt and vinegar
Oh,
on them.
great.
Do you want to pour half of them on? Where do you want them?
Put them. I've snapped the fish.
Oh.
No, that's alright. I don't mind. That's what I wanted to snap the fish. That's it. I can dunk the chips in them. I've got the sauces. Didn't get any serviettes, so that's the only
There's
problem.
2 serviettes here by my leg. And I've got baby wipes.
Right. So the scampi's. I've never had scampi's. It's the first time I've just pinched your scampi. Oh yeah, I remember it now. I have had it before.
Your bread and butter's up there. There's 2 pieces of bread and butter.
Well, I was going to make a chip butty with that.
Chip butty. That's what we're doing so that we can...
I wonder if they have chip butties in America.
In America? Why is it in America?
People on YouTube from America.
I'm sure if we don't have chip butties, we soon will. It's now better than chip butties. There's your knife and fork.
So, right, so you got. How we're going to split the chips in half?
Just keep getting... Do you want me to just lift them over or... That's for rubbish.
Oh, they lift them up, hike them over, I think. Better stop filming, I need something to eat. That's the end of the fish and chips, we better head back home. It's a good hour, it's getting late. Interior map reading lamps off. Sat nav on. Got the demist as well. Fogging. Rear demister. Mike, could you give me glasses please? Can't see a thing out of them. Heated rear. Heated rear. Radio, heated rear, demist up, controls on, auto wipers on, auto wipe, lights on, vents on. Goodbye to Mother Hubbard. And that was that trip.
See if they're any better.
Hit fastest route.
soon.
Well, look, they're nearly here too. Look, see, they still can't drive properly. They shouldn't be on the road, whoever's in that car. They don't know what they're doing.
Quite dark, look.
The car should be, it's got no, that's exactly how I wanted it, because it's got no, I'd have to shine a torch on it otherwise.
Right, okay. So they're okay.
Is it silhouetted? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
alright. Yeah, they're okay. Oh, that's all, can you see a car behind? Oh, no, yeah, no, I need to redo it. Like, just show me, because I wasn't, I'm cracking up.
Wow, it's horrific.
Well, he shouldn't have dropped it that close.
No, he
to me then.
shouldn't.
Stupid little bastard.
We are.
That much water on the road.
Scary, isn't it?
They're coming to rescue now for all people who can't drive.
Yeah. What was it, an ambulance?
Don't know. All right.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Not so sure you need your fog lights just yet. Maybe. Who knows?
Being prepared.
People seem to think they want the fog lights on.
A few of them got them on, didn't there?
I got fog lights if I want. Never tried it. I've got 'em.
Should turn it off now.